So there I was thinking about what could I possibly talk about when the games are so close to release. And one thing I thought would be pretty fun to talk about here is the starters and rank them competitively. I'll mainly be focusing on ranking them in terms of VGC, but I will touch on a few singles things as well, as I do play both metagames. So the way I want to go about this is talk about them all individually, you know, what their strengths are, their weaknesses, their abilities, movesets, all that kind of stuff. We'll discuss their stats. And then once we've actually finished talking about them all individually, then we'll rank them all according to each other. So to start with here, we have Meowscarada. I think that's how it's pronounced. Meowscarada is the evolution of Sprigatito. It is a grass and dark type Pokemon. And it has the ability Protein. Now, unfortunately, you know, Protein has been nerfed in this generation. I think if this was like old Protein, this mon would probably be slightly better than how I'll rank it today. But still, you know, Protein is still a very, very strong move. And Meowscarada's signature move here is Flower Trick. So we'll start off with Flower Trick here, and you know, we'll kind of discuss what it does. But yeah, so Flower Trick is a base 70 power grass move that always crits. Yeah, so obviously, you know, we've kind of paired that up here with Terra Grass. I think that is just I guess the best way to get the most value out of this move. And then the other moves as well, we've kind of paired up here with is Sucker Punch, obviously a really good dark type move with priority. U-Turn because, yeah, U-Turn's pretty good. And then we've got Play Rough just as a bit of coverage. Also too, obviously turning yourself into a fairy is never bad. And then Trailblaze. So Trailblaze is actually a new grass type move. The best way to describe it, I guess, is that it is the grass equivalent to is it Flame Charge? I'm pretty sure Flame Charge. It's like base 50, base 60 attack, something like that, gives you +1 speed. It's pretty damn good. But yeah, so I think Meowscarada is going to be a pretty damn good mon. Obviously, you know, 123 speed is very, very quick. Might actually, no, I don't think it's faster than Inteleon. It's definitely one of the fastest starters we've ever had. 110 attack is pretty damn good. I think Greninja was like 103 special attack, so and you know, that thing was pretty broken with Protein. So I think this mon definitely has the potential to be pretty damn good. And with the spread here, it's pretty simple. I didn't think too much about it. Obviously, this mon wants to hit hard and wants to hit first. You know, it doesn't really want to tank any attacks with that kind of stat spread. So yeah, this is kind of what I went with here. Just 252 Jolly Nature. Yeah, that Meowscarada is a pretty interesting mon. Definitely has been one of my favorites leading up to the game. I'm still not sure if I'm going to pick this or if I'm going to pick Quaxley. I definitely think this mon will probably be better in singles than doubles, though. I think with its speed and its attack stat, it will always be able to just like fire off powerful U-turns. Obviously, too, with for those who don't know, Protein has actually been nerfed, so it only activates once per switch in. Meaning, say for example, if I stay in, I click Flower Trick, I am now a grass type until I switch out. Same with Sucker Punch, you know, U-turn, Play Rough, and that's why I think U-turn will be so good on this one, especially in singles, is because you just click U-turn, you're going to get a stab bug move, and then yeah, you're out of there, and then when you switch back in, you can do it all over again. But yeah, so I think Meowscarada is going to be a pretty damn good Pokemon. So the next one here we're going to talk about is the Fire Starter. I'm going to butcher this name, but Skilladrug, I think that's what it's called. I'm not 100% sure, sorry. But basically, Skilladrug is the evolution of Fuecoco, the Fire Ghost mon, and its hidden ability is Unaware. Now, this mon, at first, I thought it was kind of lackluster, but after looking at it a bit closer, I feel like this mon definitely has some potential, especially in VGC. So we'll start off here by talking about its signature move, Torch Song. I believe Torch Song, similar to Sprigatito's signature move. It is a 70 base fire attack, but rather than always critting, it always raises the special attack, which is pretty damn good. Obviously, we have Shadow Ball in here too, just as its second primary stab. And then for this set in particular, because we're running Assault Vest, I do have Snarl and Heat Wave. Obviously, Heat Wave is just a fire move that hits both mons, which is always good. And then Snarl is a very good utility move. Only 55 base attack, but it does reduce both of the opponents by one stage of their special attack, which is pretty damn good. The only issue with that is that doesn't actually work with Unaware when this one in particular is getting attacked, but it does obviously help the allies out a lot. And then two, we went with Assault Vest. Now Assault Vest, I'm not too sure if this is going to be the play in VGC, especially because this one does have access to Slack Off as it's like one of its main it gets utility moves, so I could definitely see some set where it's like maybe Torch Song, Shadow Ball, Protect, Slack Off, because obviously this thing's really bulky, right? If you look at the way I've particularly built it here, obviously I'm modest 240 attack, that hits just one of the jump points, and then we've gone 60 in the special defense just to boost up the Assault Vest, and the 208 in the HP is just so I believe the HP is roughly double the special defense stat. So this one is pretty damn slow, but I could definitely see this thing being run on not a Trick Room, unfortunately. I think it's too fast for Trick Room, but a Tailwind team. If you run a bit of speed on this, you set up a Tailwind and your opponent doesn't have Tailwind, you get off 1 or 2 Torch Songs and you can start firing off some like +2 Heat Waves or something. I think this one could be pretty damn good. But yeah, I guess to close it out, this one is really, really bulky. I don't know how good I think this thing will be in singles. I mean, maybe it has a place in OU because of Unaware and because it's so bulky, and Torch Song's a pretty damn good move. But obviously, yeah, we'll have to wait and see on that one. And then the last one here, we have Quaquavalva, the evolution here of Quaxly. Now, I have actually made a video with this mon in it, my last one. Go check it out if you haven't seen it already. But basically, I think this mon is going to be pretty damn good. So obviously, we'll start off with it. It has the water fighting typing. It's a pretty damn good typing. It shares that with Urshifu, Rapid Strike, I believe, and Keldeo, which are 2 really good mons. And then also Poliwrath, but we're not here to talk about Poliwrath. But anyway, this mon's signature move is Aqua Step. I believe it has an 80 base power water physical attack that raises the user's speed by 1, and this paired up with its hidden ability Moxie is pretty damn strong. I slapped a live orb on it just for that bit of extra power. But yeah, I think if this thing can get like an Aqua Step up and get a KO in the same turn, it's going to be +1/+1. It's going to be an absolute monster. And when you have 120 attack, 85 speed, it's pretty damn strong. But yeah, I mean, just to round out the set here, we have close combat. Obviously, CC is a very, very good physical type fighting move. It is insane. 120 base attack is it's pretty damn stupid. We have Protect on this thing as well, because obviously if you're able to stall out a turn and then say for example there's a mon on 100% HP, you can't kill it. You Protect, your ally chips it, then you finish it off, bang, Moxie boost. Pretty damn good. And then for the last slot here, we have a mix of 3 moves. We have Ice Spinner, U-Turn, Aqua Jet. Basically, for those who don't know, Ice Spinner, I believe, it's still not confirmed at the moment, I don't think, but it's apparently meant to be an 80 base power physical ice move. So that's pretty damn good. And it also destroys terrain, which is kind of interesting. Then I've also got U-Turn on there, obviously, if it's a bad board state, you just get out. And then Aqua Jet, because it's just priority. And, if you're +2, those Aqua Jets are going to start really doing some damage. And then just the stat spread here, we have 140 speed. This is simply because I think at +1 it outspeeds Dragapult, so it's nothing too crazy. Obviously we're 250 to attack because you want to get KOs, you need to get that Moxie boost. And then yeah, just a little bit of special defense there just to hit the break point, and then 76 HP to round it out. And then the last 4 just went into defense. But yeah, I think honestly, this mon in singles especially is going to be an absolute threat. If it ever gets into a situation where it can revenge kill, I think this mod's really going to thrive. And then in terms of VGC as well, I think, yeah, with the right support mons, as I said, if this thing can get an Aqua Step KO, +1/+1, you're just going to start killing everything. And yeah, with 120 attack, this mon is definitely no joke. But anyway, now that we have touched on all of these starters here individually, we will rank them all now. So we'll start off with Sprigatito, obviously, as we started with that one first. This mon's biggest strength, I think, is it's very fast. It hits pretty damn hard on the physical side, and it has protein. I'm going to go ahead and rank Sprigatito as an A tier mon. I think this mon, especially as I said, in singles, I think is really going to thrive. In VGC, I'm not 100% sure. I think it's still going to be pretty damn good. Like 123 speed with protein is still like nothing to scoff at. Its only issue obviously is it's pretty damn squishy. But at the same time, being squishy doesn't matter if you just kill something, right? But yeah, I think Sprigatito is definitely going to be an A tier of the starters. Now, Fuecoco is the one I'm definitely the most unsure about. As I said, I think this thing has a lot of potential. Obviously, Unaware is really good. It stops things from, setup sweeping you. But at the same time, I think one of the most powerful mons in the upcoming meta will be Garchomp. Now, I don't, obviously there's ways around it, right? You can play something like, Terra Flying and whatnot, but I think with mons like, Garchomp running around potentially as well, I think the Salamence Paradox form Roaring Moon is also going to be really good. I think there's definitely going to be a lot of things that are pretty damn good, but also at the same time, this thing's really bulky and hits pretty damn hard, and it gets a free +1 every time it clicks a fire move. So I'm going to go ahead and say Fuecoco is going to be A tier. I think, as I said, I think it's going to struggle more in singles, and that's kind of why I'm putting Sprigatito over it. But I definitely think this thing will have a lot of potential in VGC, and I'm really excited personally to see how people go with it. I think it's going to be a really good bulky utility mon with moves like Snarl, Slack Off, and then obviously the fact that it can just boost itself. And I mean, Fire Ghost is also a pretty damn good typing. And then to round it off here, we have Quaxly. Now, Look, I'm Duck Gang. Duck Gang rise up. I think Quaxley definitely has been given the look. I don't want to say it was given the special treatment because I think Sprigatito kind of got the special treatment, but I think Quaxley has kind of come through as like a sneaky hero. I actually think this thing is ST. I think it's going to be the best by far, especially in singles. I think the ability to just get an Aqua Step up, give yourself +1, and then like, you know, even if you swap something in, it's like, what's going to be eating a water move into a CC, right? Like, especially from 120 base attack, this thing is pretty damn strong. And then in terms of VGC, as I said, with the right support, this one's just going to start sweeping through things. Like, water fighting stab is really damn good. Like, that hits a lot of things for at least neutral damage, if not super effective. But yeah, I definitely think Quaxley here was the winner of the Generation 9 starters, and it's a mon that I'll personally be building around. So yeah, guys, if you like it, please, you know, let me know down below. I really appreciate all the support. If there's anything else you guys want me to talk about as well, please let me know. But yeah, anyway, guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.